This research presents a spiking neural network (SNN) model that incorporates learnable synaptic delays using dilated convolutions with learnable spacings (DCLS). The model is trained on the Raw Heidelberg Digits keyword spotting benchmark using backpropagation through time with surrogate gradients. Analysis of the spatio-temporal structure of synaptic interactions in the network reveals that excitation and inhibition are grouped together both in space and time after training. To enhance the efficiency and biological realism of the model, a dynamic pruning strategy is implemented, combining deep R for connection removal and RigL for connection reintroduction. This ensures the network maintains optimal connectivity throughout training. Additionally, Dale's principle is incorporated, enforcing each neuron to be exclusively excitatory or inhibitory, aligning the model closer to biological neural networks. The results show that the spatio-temporal patterns of excitation and inhibition emerge in the more biologically plausible model as well. The research demonstrates the potential of integrating learnable delays, dynamic pruning, and biological constraints to develop efficient SNN models for temporal data processing. The leaky integrate and fire (LEAF) neuron model is used, with membrane potential dynamics governed by equation 1, and spike trains generated according to equation 2. The paper also discusses the assumption of adhering to Dale's principle, where neurons are either exclusively excitatory or inhibitory. The authors extended the PyTorch implementation for their experiments, including a hidden layer with 256 neurons, dropout layers, batch normalization, and delays. They trained the model with the Atom Optimizer and one-cycle scheduler, achieving 94.5% test accuracy on the Raw Heidelberg Digits dataset. The paper concludes by analyzing the learnt spatio-temporal patterns through spatio-temporal receptive fields. Here is a combined summary of the 4 pages. The research investigates the structure of excitation and inhibition in spiking neural networks, SNNs, exploring the emergence of spatio-temporal patterns in both unconstrained and biologically constrained networks. In the unconstrained network, a clear pattern of excitation and inhibition is observed after training, exhibiting moderate spatio-temporal autocorrelation across all output neurons, with the highest value observed for class 14. In contrast, the biologically constrained network shows a weaker emergence of spatio-temporal patterns, with an average Moran's I value of 0.0184, attributed to the sparse connections within the 8 neighborhood. The study also compares the classification performance of dense and sparse Dalian networks, with the dense network performing better. The research further explores the effects of structure learning and delay learning on classification accuracy in SNNs. It highlights the benefits of sparse connectivity, particularly with Dale's principle, and analyzes the combined and separate usefulness of dynamic pruning and delay learning. The results suggest that dynamic pruning is vital for maintaining high performance in sparse networks, while delay learning is beneficial when the structure is fixed but less clear when the structure is learned. The study emphasizes the importance of structure learning over delay learning and recommends that a good baseline for delay learning methods is testing their performance in sparse settings. Overall, the research aims to optimize SNNs for various applications, particularly those with memory and computational constraints, by understanding the dynamics of excitation and inhibition. Here is a combined summary of pages 910. The research by Mészáros et al. Delves into the structure of excitation and inhibition in spiking neural networks, SNNs, a crucial aspect for efficient computation and learning. The authors acknowledge the support of a doctoral scholarship by the Leverhulme Trust and the EPSRC, and plan to publish the code and generated example networks upon manuscript acceptance. Building upon existing studies on SNNs, including error backpropagation, learning delays, and neuromorphic hardware systems, the authors highlight the importance of balancing excitation and inhibition in SNNs. They discuss the role of polychronization, which enables the representation of complex patterns and enhances the performance of SNNs, and dilated convolutions, which facilitate the incorporation of temporal information. The author's work is situated within the context of understanding the dynamics of SNNs, particularly the interplay between excitatory and inhibitory neurons, which is critical for learning and computation. The paper provides a comprehensive overview of the current state of SNN research, emphasizing the need for a deeper understanding of the balance between excitation and inhibition to improve the performance of SNNs.